Hello everybody, this is going to be a quick tutorial how to get DaVinci Resolve 17 working on the college computers in the Digital Media Production Lab. Got some super high-end Macs there that you can use. First things first, I'm going to load up Splashtop. Very important. If you're having issues with sound using Splashtop, make sure to click on the Splashtop business name, or if you're using Windows, go into the settings and look for an update. So I checked for an update. I found one because earlier I was having issues with sound. I couldn't hear anything. I installed the update, and now in this big old list, I have to find DMP. I'll pick any of these old machines here. DMP 7. Now you might log in and find out that somebody else is using the computer. This one looks to be fine. I am going to hop on over to a browser, and you'll notice that this should happen really fast. I'm going to just type in DaVinci. Now they do have the software installed at the college, but it's version 16. So all of my tutorials are in 17. So version 17. And I'm just going to download now. And I think you're going to be impressed. Now this is a Mac. I think you'll be impressed at the speed here. So Mac OS 10. You need to fill out this information. So I'm going to say student name, Confederation College. I'm just going to say test at test.com, 807-251-1234. Canada, Ontario. Do this as fast as I can here. Tell them I'm in Thunder Bay. Everything else is sort of made up. Register and download. Thank you. I think it'll take any information that you put in there, to be honest. You don't need to put your own personal information in. But look at that, 2.4 gigs coming down in less than a minute. So it's super fast. Now, once again, this machine does have DaVinci 16 installed, so you have to be careful once you install this, because you'll notice that there is potentially down here on what they call, so like the taskbar down here called the dock on a Mac, you might find that DaVinci is already here, and it'll pop open 16. So once we have this installed, we just want to make sure that everything's going to work fine by heading into the applications folder. So that was super fast. I'm going to show in Finder to get the installer. It's a zip file. Just going to double click on that, get the zip to extract. These are really fast machines, so you should enjoy some speed here. And run what is called a DMG. That's the installer file type for one of the two. Disk image is what it stands for. So we're going to open that up. It's going to, see over here, it'll mount the disk image. We'll install Resolve 17.2. I did notice earlier when I double clicked on it, it did hang for just a moment. I think it's trying to test whether the package is actually good or not. I'm just going to close this down. Now, just for those who are not Mac friendly, these are close, minimize, and maximize on this version of Mac. They've changed stuff around, but the college has an older version of the operating system. For obvious reasons, they want to make sure that everything is stable, so they're not running into the fastest and most current version. So double click on this again. I think when you download a DMG file on this version of the operating system, Mac does want to take a look at it to make sure that it's not some type of nefarious software. This is a poor network connection. Your network connection's unstable. Seems to be working okay. Yeah, I'm having some glitches with my Wi-Fi today, but we can work through it. I'm repeatedly trying to click on this button here, but it's being a little bit, there we go. It just took a while for it to mount it. And so yeah, that was a little bit of time, but not a problem, because once we hit continue, 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 I agree. Now this is really important. I'm going to put it on the Mac HD, the Macintosh hard drive. The password here is student. S-U-D-E-N-T, student. Install the software, write the files, and while that's happening, I'm just going to show you that this is the Finder. This is the same thing as My Computer on a PC. So you just open up Finder by clicking on the little face. And in a second here, we should see a Finder window pop open. It's working. It's working. So we'll give it a moment to do its thinking as it runs its package scripts. It's going to take a second to tidy up. This has been, this computer has been used a lot for video editing by the DMP students. So I might have chosen the wrong computer to do this with. It says it's okay. I'm going to just save some disk space by moving the installer to trash. You're welcome. I'm going to close down Chrome. I'm going to open up a Finder window down here. So this is like My Computer. And you'll see here on the left-hand side there are some speedy quick links, applications. I can scroll down. This is the DaVinci version I want here. Not this one, but this one. You'll get used to this after you've run it a few times. Double click. While that's loading, it'll see for the first time, we'll see that it needs to be told to set up the database. For the first time, I'm going to open up Finder again. And yeah, sure, you can access my microphone because you can record. Once you've updated the latest version of Splashtop, sound really works great. So I'm going to type in WAV. I just want to make sure I'm getting sound through. What kind? Waveform audio. Sure. So if I hear sounds, I'm just going to highlight. Yep, that is streaming. That's fantastic. It's streaming over the internet to my computer. I'm just going to set up a new project here. I just want to triple test this. So I'm going to make a test project on this machine. I'm going to throw that WAV file at it and just double click on it here. Press the space bar. Cool. And I can do the same thing by testing in a movie file. So I'm going to type in MP4 and it'll say kind. Yep, there we go. There's lots of movies on this computer. Wow. What's that look like? Spacebar will give me a preview. I'm just going to throw it in here. And we are using version 17. Throw it on the timeline. I'm going to jump into edit mode. Throw that down on the timeline just to test, test, test. Put the audio into test, test, test. Press spacebar to play. So it's a little bit janky. It's actually really good. A little janky there. C'est la vie. It is the best we've got. So we are now working with a fast connection. Well, we're working, I shouldn't say that. We're working with a connection as fast as you've got to the college with the newest version of DaVinci installed. And I do want to warn you that if you reboot this computer, everything goes away. It reboots to the state that it was in. So maybe if you wanted to, I'll just double check something. Actually, deep freeze is turned off. This little polar bear. This is the tool that uses that we use at the college to make sure that when a student reboots the computer, it goes back to a friendly state. So they've got, the digital media production people have that turned off so they don't lose their files. So that's interesting. Even if you rebooted this computer, it would be exactly like this. So right now, this machine, DMP7, is set up. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So if you need to access a computer at the college that's really fast, you can use DMP 7 right now. I'm going to press the disconnect button, and all is well, my friends. I hope this was helpful. I hope it works out for you. Have a great day.